here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the War Child Rise Together benefit. My name is Lane the Auctionista, and I gotta tell you, I am so thrilled to be your fundraising auctioneer this evening. Tonight, our goal is to raise critical funds for War Child to help children whose lives have been devastated by war and now the COVID-19 pandemic. You know, we need absolutely everyone on board to help us achieve our fundraising goals. Most of you have already registered to watch, but let's take a moment to make sure you are all registered to bid on auction items and to donate. On a separate device or in a second browser window, go to wcrisetogether.ggo.bid. Click Get Started on the right-hand side of your screen. Hit Create Account. Enter your email address and follow the steps to verify your email address. And don't forget to check your junk mail. Create a password. Enter your personal details and a credit card number. Click Start Bidding to bid on War Child's exclusive auction and to make a donation to the Fund a Need. If you are having any trouble registering, please check our FAQ section at warchild.ejoinme.org/how-to or contact War Child by calling 647-298-2497. For our viewers in the United States, you will need to be registered to bid on our fabulous live and silent auction items, but we ask you to make your donations on a separate site. This will ensure you receive a U.S. charitable tax receipt. Please go to warchildusa.org/COVID and complete the donation process there. Tonight, we will be asking you for direct financial support. And guess what, kids? We've got a live auction, baby! For you, tonight, we have two incredible once-in-a-lifetime experiences for you to bid on. The first one from Randy Bachman, a personal Zoom chat and a song written for you by Randy. Item number two is exclusive, yes, chef at home virtual experience with celebrity chef Matt Dean Pettit. Folks, I'm going to be back a little bit later in the show to call upon you for direct donations for War Child and to get you all worked up and ready to compete, baby, in that live auction. I'm feeling super pumped tonight. So make sure you're not letting out the dog when it's fundraising time, okay? Now, let's take a moment together and thank our generous sponsors. Presenting sponsor, the Slate Family Foundation. Leadership sponsor, Bennett Jones, LLP. Champion sponsors, the Peter Cundall Foundation, Open Road Auto Group, and Mantella Corporation. Our supporter sponsors tonight are Stonegate Private Counsel, Warner Music Canada, and the Taunton Wealth Advisory Group, Bank of Montreal, Nesbitt Burns. Media sponsors tonight, Entertainment Tonight Canada, Global TV, The Globe and Mail, and Global Heroes Magazine. And in-kind sponsors this evening are Burston Inc., Blackjet Agency, Impossible Studios, McEwen Group, Medavino, and Bassett Events. And please, as soon as you get registered, start bidding on our online auction. The online auction closes at 3 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time on December the 8th. All right, thank you all so much for your love and support tonight. Enjoy your evening, and I will see you shortly. eatjoinme.org/how-to or contact War Child by calling 647.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the War Child Rise Together benefit. My name is Lane the Auctionista, and I gotta tell you, I am so thrilled to be your fundraising auctioneer this evening. Tonight, our goal is to raise critical funds for War Child to help children whose lives have been devastated by war and now the COVID-19 pandemic. You know, we need absolutely everyone on board to help us achieve our fundraising goals. Most of you have already registered to watch, but let's take a moment to make sure you are all registered to bid on auction items and to donate. On a separate device or in a second browser window, go to wcrisetogether.ggo.bid. Click Get Started on the right-hand side of your screen. Hit Create Account. Enter your email address and follow the steps to verify your email address. And don't forget to check your junk mail. Create a password. Enter your personal details and a credit card number. Click Start Bidding to bid on War Child's exclusive auction and to make a donation to the fund in need. If you are having any trouble registering, please check our FAQ section at warchild.eatjoinme.org/how-to or contact War Child by calling 647-298-2497. For our viewers in the United States, you will need to be registered to bid on our fabulous live and silent auction items, but we ask you to make your donations on a separate site. This will ensure you receive a U.S. charitable tax receipt. Please go to warchildusa.org/COVID and complete the donation process there. Tonight, we will be asking you for direct financial support. And guess what, kids? We've got a live auction, baby! For you, tonight, we have two incredible once-in-a-lifetime experiences for you to bid on. The first one from Randy Bachman, a personal Zoom chat and a song written for you by Randy. Item number two is exclusive, yes, chef at home virtual experience with celebrity chef Matt Dean Pettit. Folks, I'm going to be back a little bit later in the show to call upon you for direct donations for War Child and to get you all worked up and ready to compete, baby, in that live auction. I'm feeling super pumped tonight. So make sure you're not letting out the dog when it's fundraising time, okay? Now, let's take a moment together and thank our generous sponsors. Presenting sponsor, the Slate Family Foundation. Leadership sponsor, Bennett Jones, LLP. Champion sponsors, the Peter Cundall Foundation, Open Road Auto Group, and Mantella Corporation. Our supporter sponsors tonight are Stonegate Private Council, Warner Music Canada, and the Taunton Wealth Advisory Group, Bank of Montreal, Nesbitt Burns. Media sponsors tonight, Entertainment Tonight Canada, Global TV, The Globe and Mail, and Global Heroes magazine. And in-kind sponsors this evening are Burston Inc., Blackjet Agency, Impossible Studios, McEwen Group, Medavino, and Bassett Events. And please, as soon as you get registered, start bidding on our online auction. The online auction closes at 3 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time on December the 8th. All right, thank you all so much for your love and support tonight. Enjoy your evening, and I will see you shortly.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to War Child's Rise Together Gala. Thank you for joining us for this inaugural virtual event. I'm honored to be here as your host again this year. I miss being able to raise a glass with all of you in person and hugging everybody. This year has been a challenging one for so many, and we are truly grateful that we can join together this evening to rise together in support of some of the world's most vulnerable. I want to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors, Rise Together's presenting sponsor, the Slate Family Foundation, our leadership sponsor, Bennett Jones LLP, and our champion sponsors, Mentella Corporation and Open Road Auto Group. A big thanks to everyone who has donated amazing auction items as well. And don't forget to register at warchild.ca/rise together to place your bids and to make your donations. And thank you for tuning in tonight to help us raise critical funds for children whose lives have been devastated by war and now an ongoing pandemic. I will also have the vibrant Lane, the auctionista, to help us out later on. We've got such a great event with star-studded entertaining evening to look forward to, with performances by Sting, Lyle Lovett, Sarah McLachlan, LP, Chantal Kravi-Isaac, and so many more, plus special guests Amanda Seyfried, Thomas Sadowski, David Harbour, Sean McKenney, and so many more. One of the wonderful things about doing a show like this is that we don't get to only celebrate huge stars, we also get to discover some amazing new talent. Yep, let's kick it off with the show with a brand new star from Slate Music. You thought Toronto was already on the map? Check this guy out. Please welcome Toronto rapper, producer, engineer, and crooner Notify. And you can say you saw him here first.
Yeah. Last time I couldn't get the words down. You say I gotta get the word now. Took too long, don't know what to say now. And I'm not that guy, but I know you wish that I would break down. You say you got things that you wanna work out. Way too early to be fine, girl, know I gotta work now. Same old things, when they gonna fade out? Even though I hope he treats you good, I'll be here if it don't work out. If somebody would've told me they would never love me, I wouldn't have wasted my time. All my time. Oh, but I don't get lonely, I don't get lonely. Roll one up and I don't get lonely. I don't get lonely, don't get lonely, I don't get lonely. Kill that slowly, I won't mind if you wanna get cozy. Girl, gon' show me, don't you worry, you won't get lonely. Hey. You won't get lonely. No, won't get lonely. Baby, you won't get lonely. You won't get lonely. You won't get lonely. You won't get lonely. I tried, I did. Hoping I'd win. Did me dirty, spent time on him. Guess the feeling don't feel like his. I don't mind, I just mind my biz. Waiting on time I miss. Can't believe I got lost in this. Yeah, way too gone, but I gotta work now. Been fighting too long, now we gotta slow it down. Yeah, same old same things we gotta work out. Plans for the beach house, get some things we don't need now. If somebody would've told me they would never love me, I wouldn't have wasted my time. All my time. Oh no, but I don't get lonely, I don't get lonely. Roll one up and I don't get lonely. I don't get lonely, don't get lonely, I don't get lonely. Kill that slowly, I won't mind if you wanna get cozy. Girl, gon' show me, don't you worry, you won't get lonely. Hey, you won't get lonely. No, won't get lonely. Baby, you won't get lonely. You won't get lonely. You won't get lonely. You won't get lonely. Said you won't get lonely. Oh no, won't get long. You won't get lonely.
Wow, that was awesome, baby. Thank you, Notify. What a fabulous program this is already, and there is so much more to come. Folks, we have a lofty fundraising goal tonight, and that's why I'm here. And if you are not registered yet, take a couple of minutes right now and go to wcrisetogether.ggo.bid and get set up. That is where you need to be to bid on our online auction and to make a donation. And to our U.S. friends, please go to warchild.org/COVID to make your donations. We need everyone on board to help us raise $100,000 in charitable donations. To help get the fundraising started, I am pleased to introduce a woman that many of you will be familiar with from movies like Mamma Mia and Ted 2. Amanda Seyfried is a stellar actor, and she is an incredibly caring individual and War Child ambassador. Please welcome Amanda Seyfried.
Hello and good evening. I'm Amanda Seyfried, and I'm happy to be with you tonight as a global ambassador for War Child to rise together for the children they support. As I look back on this year of uncertainty, unrest, and hardship for so many people, I know that I'm incredibly grateful to be able to provide for my family and to be able to live in a country that is safe and secure and has access to healthcare, clean water, and opportunities for my children to flourish. I'm so grateful for the people on the front lines who continue to fight this pandemic and racial injustice and these inequities that leave so many families struggling during this crazy time. And these are especially challenging times for the children that War Child supports. Children whose lives are already precarious because of conflict. For these children, COVID-19 is a disaster built on catastrophe. Imagine trying to protect your family in a crowded refugee camp, or living in a country whose healthcare systems have been decimated by war. Families, communities everywhere need to have the tools, the best tools to fight this pandemic. And children everywhere deserve to feel safe and secure and to be able to go to school and to be able to dream of bright futures. So tonight I am urging you to please give generously to War Child so War Child can continue to provide vital life-saving programs to the most vulnerable. Let's rise together and leave no child behind. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Thomas Sadowski, and the extraordinary and humbling honor has fallen to me to introduce to you not only a dear friend, but one of the most important and inspiring activists and one of the most wonderful people that I've had the opportunity to come across in this life. Dr. Samantha Nutt is an award-winning humanitarian, best-selling author. She is the founder of War Child Canada and War Child USA. For over 2 decades now, Dr. Nutt has worked on the front lines of some of the world's most pressing conflicts, from Iraq to Afghanistan to Somalia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Sierra Leone, and Darfur, Sudan. Dr. Nutt is a highly sought after public speaker in North America. She is a leading authority on health, current affairs, conflict, international aid, and foreign policy. She is a recipient of the Order of Canada, which is Canada's highest civilian honor. Her international work has benefited the lives of millions. Let me repeat that. Has benefited the lives of millions of children who may not have known the aid, the comfort, the courage, the resources, or the inspiration and hope that comes from the work that War Child does. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to introduce to you Dr. Samantha Nutt.
Thank you, Tommy, for that very generous introduction and for helping to bring such incredible talent to tonight's Rise Together Gala. I also want to thank our presenting sponsor, the Slate Family Foundation. Now, this isn't the evening we were expecting to mark our 20th year of operations, but then again, this has been a year unlike any other. It has been long and it's been hard. And I know it's been hard for many of you as well, so I want to thank you. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for continuing to make War Child's work possible throughout the world. Over the past year, we have continued to do what we do best, which is to say we have been present in the lives of children who need us the most through locally driven programs that focus on education, access to justice, and economic self-reliance. 99% of our staff are local. So when the COVID-19 pandemic struck, as many international aid organizations were forced to withdraw their staff and scale back their operations, our tremendous local teams could step in and help fill some of those gaps. Tonight you're going to learn a bit more about some of those efforts. But in response to the pandemic, we have been implementing public health education and awareness programs, distributing hygiene kits to women who need them, and even running distance-based learning programs for kids to ensure that children who were already wrestling with the fallout of war do not fall further and further behind in their school as a result of the COVID-19 lockdown. This year has been tough for charities, and ours is no exception. Increasingly, we are being asked to do more, but we have fewer resources available to be able to get that work done. In the months and even years ahead, we expect it will become even more challenging as international governments reduce their aid budgets and try to wrestle with the economic fallout of the COVID-19 pandemic. We are worried that the children that we serve will continue to fall further behind and be overlooked as these growing domestic needs take over. We ask you to help make sure that that doesn't happen, to invest in us and invest in our work so that we can continue to be present in the lives of kids who need us the most. We couldn't do this work without you. Thank you. Now, we have an extraordinary treat for you tonight. Those of you may be familiar with our next talent if you have been at one of our galas in the past. And if you haven't, you are in for a great surprise. Lane, are you ready? Over to you.
Thank you, Sam. I am here, and I have never been more ready. And thank you to everyone online tonight for being with us and for supporting War Child. Let me take a moment and reflect on Sam's words. We are worried that the children we serve will continue to fall further behind. Folks, that is why we're here tonight, to make sure that War Child continues supporting children and their families who are struggling with war, poverty, and violence, and now the long-term effects of the pandemic. You know, tonight is the most important night of the War Child calendar year. And with that, I am asking all of you out there to help us make the most of it. And even though I can't see you, and even though we are not gathered in a ballroom together, I know in my heart this will not stop us from coming together, from rising together, and for making a difference tonight. And right now, it's time. I'm going to call upon all of you online to get our major fundraising underway, to make that gift from the heart, a charitable donation, a financial gift of support to War Child. You know, I made a personal promise to Sam and to everybody at War Child that I will do all I can to encourage everyone to get on board and to make that charitable donation tonight. You know, we have got a lofty goal, and our goal is to raise $100,000 in donations in our fund of need in the next 60 minutes. So imagine if everyone gets on board. Imagine if everyone gives a donation. Just imagine what we can accomplish together. No gift is too small. Every gift is critical. And it doesn't matter how much you give, my friends, whether you give $1 million, $100, or $10, every gift is critically important. And this is how we're going to do it. You all know how to use your phones, right? Super simple. Get your phones out. Keep them charged up. Because tonight, we're using that super cool, innovative technology to ensure the best possible fundraising outcome. And if you are already registered, click on the Donate Now button. And all you have to do is choose one of the preset amounts or enter the amount that you wish to give. That special number, that number that is meaningful for you, put it in where it says custom. And if you're not registered, head right now to wcrisetogether.ggo.bid. And for our U.S. friends, please go to wardchildusa.org/COVID. All right, I'm getting really excited. You can see that the energy is starting to mount inside of me. So is everybody locked and loaded? Is everybody ready to go? Because every time somebody donates, we're going to watch this giving thermometer on the screen show us real-time results. And every donation tonight will receive a charitable tax receipt. Every donation, I think it's over $10. So let's do this. Let's pool our resources. Let's come together. And I am looking at the screen right now. There it is in front of me. We're already sitting at $8,000. We are 8%, 7.932% of the way there. And I want to say thank you to Kimberly Joanne Bodden. You gave $10, and that is important. Melanie Burden, you gave $20. Lori Boyce, you are in at $100. I want to say thank you to all the donors. I want to see those names popping up there. I want to see that thermometer starting to fill up. Barbara Nashevich, $50. Judith Coombe, you gave $25. And you know what? I really appreciate all of the gifts that are coming in, but I want to see some big guns. I want to see some big numbers. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. Pick your favorite number. Is it a 5? Is it a 6? Start tacking on all the zeros, my friends. You know what? I know that we have a lot of potential out there. I know we're already at 35,000. I don't even know what happened. I think somebody just refreshed the screen to me. Mike Izenga, $5,000, Mikey baby. There we go. We are on a roll. We're at 43,000. We're at 44,600. The Jalen Bennett Foundation, thank you to you for a $5,000 gift. We're sitting at $44,687. Mary Bobbitt, you gave $25. Sarah Lote, you gave $25. All right, I want to keep pushing. Let's see some more big numbers. You are getting me ramped up. The thermometer is working, kids, and you are working. Delage Law Group, $1,000. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We are sitting at 45,678. David DeCruz, you just came in at $500, David, and you pushed us over 46,000 bucks. All right, keep it going. Don't take your foot off the gas. Don't hold back is what I'm saying tonight. We have a big goal. We need to raise $100,000. I want everybody to be involved here. I want everybody to feel a part of this moment. That means everybody has to make a donation. Everybody can get on board. You know how to use your cell phones. Jane and Jeff Cowan, they know how to use their cell phones because they came in at $200. Andrea, Dominique Hussey, $500. Thank you so much, Dominique. All right, we are humming along. The thermometer is working, and you are working, and we appreciate you. Every dollar makes a difference. Every dollar counts. And you know what? Kevin Thomas, you came in at $250, and we thank you for that too, Kevin. Kevin, I don't know where you are, but I love you. You just helped us get to 45. Susan Gerard, $250. Can we just push a little harder? Can we just get to $50,000 before I start the live auction? Please, I am looking for 2 or 3 heroes or Shiros to get us over. Here we go. Christina Reese, you are at $50. All right. Now, you got to keep the donations coming. Don't take your foot off the gas. We got to make this a record-breaking night. But now, I got some work to do. We are going to go into the live auction right now. I hope that you are watching and you are already, like I say, you've got your eyes on the prize. So who is ready for a little live auction action with the auctionista? All right, let me tell you how this is going to work. It does feel a little bit different than being in person, but really it's the same. It's different, but it's the same. You're going to use your phone to bid. You are going to go to a personal song written for you by Randy Bachman right now. I'm going to tell you about that item. This is going to be our moment. I feel that I have to tell you that I do not allow any spousal or BFF interventions during the live auction. So if you're sitting beside somebody who is ready to bid, you make sure that you just let them do what they have to do. All right, so let me tell you about this first item. This is a super cool item, and it has been donated by, Randy Bachman. There is nothing other than famous Canadian legend, Canadian treasure. Randy Bachman, so this is what's going to happen. He is going to have a Zoom call with the winning bidder. He's going to learn a little bit about you, what you like, what drives you, what fills your heart, what fills your soul. And then this acclaimed songwriter, musician, and radio host, Canadian legend, is going to write a personal song just for you. And then he's going to perform it for you via video, okay? Then, on top of that, he is going to stock up some Randy Bachman merch. He's going to sign it all. He is going to ship it to you. So what's going to happen is you'll arrange a mutually agreed upon time with Randy. And please note, you have to have stable internet for this item to work for you, all right? So we have valued this item at $10,000. I'm going to be easy on you. I know some of you are learning how to do this tonight, but you know what? It's as easy as getting this bidding started at $2,000. I need a $2,000 bid. Anybody in at $2,000? I need one person. I need one person to start us in at a $2,000 bid. This is Randy Bachman, of all people, performing and writing a personal song for you. So I need somebody to come in at a $2,000 bid. Anybody going to get it started? Anybody going to get started? Anybody going to go bid, 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 bid? Listen, here's what I say. Friends, it's only money. I am telling you right now, if you bid on this item and you spend $10,000, $20,000 on it, I personally will say that there will be money left in the ATM tomorrow. So I am looking for somebody to get us started at a $2,000 bid. Do I have anybody going? Do I have anybody going at all? So what we're going to do is, while you kids get yourselves set up, and I'm not sure if we're having some refreshing issues here, but we are going to go to item number 2, and then we'll come back to Randy. All right. So item number 2, I am calling all my foodie lovers and my truffle lovers. This is the very exclusive Yes Chef at Home virtual experience with celebrity chef Matt Dean Pettit. So this incredible package has been donated, of course, by Yes Chef at Home, Chef Matt Dean Pettit, the cheese master himself, Afram Pristine of the Cheese Boutique, and the Vine Agency. So I do want to say that this package is only available to our Canadian folks. This will be shipped anywhere across Canada to you. So let me tell you about this item. This truffle dinner experience will be up for 6 people and will consist of you will be preparing a 2-course truffle menu virtually with celebrity chef Pettit. And let me tell you a little bit about Chef Matt. He's an outstanding chef with a captivating energy who is impassioned food entrepreneur. He's smart. He's a seafood expert, but he also knows a lot about truffles. And on top of that, to prepare the meals with Yes Chef at Home, all ingredients for both courses will be provided by the cheese master himself, Afram Pristine of the Cheese Boutique. So, and here's another big kudo. You're going to get a custom War Child charcuterie board, okay? And what you're also going to get is a truffle shaver. So I don't know how many of you have a truffle shaver, but it's really, really awesome. So we're not done yet. Along with all the food and the virtual cooking class, the Vine Agency is going to stock you up with the good stuff, with some amazing wine. You're going to get a mixed six-pack of premium wine, 2 bottles each of Grosso Chablis, Scarbolo Il Ramato Pinot Grigio, and Virna Borgogno Barolo, all courtesy of the Vine Agency. All right, so remember, this is for my Canadian folks only. This thing is valued at $6,785, and it can be split up. You can do a party of 6, you can do 2 parties of 3, and you can do 3 parties of 2, and I don't know how you're going to share the truffle shaver, but you'll figure it out. All right, who wants to start me at a $2,000 bud? Here we go. Peter Elwood, Stringham, you're in at $2,000, buddy. Thank you. Now I am looking for another bidder. Folks, this is valued at almost $7,000. We're going to ship it to you anywhere in Canada. I have a single bid. I have a single bid at $2,000. My next bid is $2,500. I'm looking for a $2,500 bid. Anybody going to come in at $2,500? This is an incredible experience. Listen, we all need to eat. We want to eat well. We want to have incredible experiences. So let's get going. I have one bid at $2,000. I'm looking for one more bid. And you know what? I love you, Peter, for bidding. But what I don't want to do, Peter, is I don't want to give this to you on the first bid. So I'm looking for somebody to go one more time at $2,500. Do I have anybody else at 25? Anybody else at 25? Anybody else at 25? Peter, I'm going to get myself packed into that package of food. I'm going to come and see you wherever you are. I think Peter's going to win this, and this is absolutely unbelievable. Do I have one more bidder in the house at 25? And we're going to do one more bid at 25. I'm going to have to shut it down. Peter Elwood Stringham, I do not believe it, darling, but we are sold, baby! Peter Elwood Stringham, $2,000. That is unbelievable. You got a great deal. That is going to be an incredible experience for you. All right, we are going to hold off on the Randy Bachman. I think we're having some technical issues right now. So I do want to say before I hand the show back over to Sangeeta that number one, I will be back a little bit later in the show because the night is young and we still have a lot of fundraising to do. We're sitting at $53,612. And finally, a huge thanks to Air Canada for donating, listen to this, 2 round-trip business class tickets to anywhere Air Canada flies. Stay tuned in the new year. Watch War Child socials for details on how you can win this prize. Right now, sending it back over to Sangeeta.
The coronavirus affects us all.
Together we can make it through this by washing our hands, staying home, and keeping a safe distance.
Even though we are separated, we can still help each other.
This pandemic is a frightening and destabilizing time for everyone.
But especially for children affected by war.
Children in war zones are often displaced from home, separated from their families, struggling to overcome their experiences.
The pandemic is causing schools to close, shutting off food supplies,
and causing crucial hygiene and mental health services to cease.
War Child is continuing to support these children.
We are providing protection by teaching children and their caretakers how to keep the virus away.
We are providing psychological support by telephone, WhatsApp messages, and by standing at the entrance of their house or tent.
We are continuing to provide education by using mobile phones, tablets, radio broadcasts, and online classes so children can continue to learn.
We are continuing to make sure
that families are able to provide for their children.
And we're ensuring that children have access to water, soap, and other essentials.
More than anything else, War Child is there for all children, because no child should be left behind.
War Child is on the ground working 24/7 throughout this emergency
to protect the lives of children.
War Child does whatever it takes.
But they cannot do it alone.
They cannot do it alone.
Please join us and donate to War Child today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah McLaughlin, and I'm so happy to be here with you tonight to rise together for War Child. These are difficult times for so many, and they are especially difficult for children who are already vulnerable because of war. I'd like to dedicate this song to them. You spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for the break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. Oh, you are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. You're so tired of the straight line, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. But the storm keeps on twisting. You keep on building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference escaping one last time. It's easier to believe, and this sweet madness, oh, this glorious sadness,
everyone, I'm Beth Bears. I'm so incredibly honored to be a part of this War Child virtual gala. I feel so privileged to be able to come to work every day and do my passion as the way I make my living. I know how privileged I am, and I know there are so many others who are not. So please, please, I know resources are tight right now, but if you can, please donate to help the women and children affected. And thank God for organizations like War Child helping to protect our most vulnerable. Much love.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Shion McKinney, and I am feeling really grateful to be here on behalf of War Child. When I sat down and thought about what to say, it really was just the idea that I could have an impact on somebody across the world, you know, in a place I've never been. That's an amazing feeling to think that you can impact somebody's entire generation, a woman or a child who through no fault of their own are in a war-torn place, who needs help, who needs assistance, and the space and the opportunity that we all feel we should naturally be afforded. I know as an African American in this country, I know what it's like to have my freedom threatened and to feel like my freedoms are threatened, and what it takes to ask other people to pay attention. And that's what this is, you know, asking us to pay attention to the atrocities that are taking place and asking people to have the awareness that you can help. You can be impactful. We all need help at some point, every single human being. And if you think you don't, then my friend, that is your privilege, you know. I think about an organization like this, and I know that I literally could be helping the kid that cures the next disease that we thought was incurable, or the next president. You know, you have no idea. It's that important. You know, as we speak, we have people in a room right now trying to cure this disease that's impacting the entire world. And I don't think you care what they look like. You just want that help. And that's what this provides, the opportunity to help. So go to War Child, see what they're all about, help if you can, spread this word. God bless you.
I'm Lyle Lovett, and I am happy to be joining you this evening to rise together for War Child. At this critical time, it's important to come together as a global community to help the most vulnerable. I am honored to support War Child's work with war-affected children. I've chosen a song written by my friend, the late Eric Taylor. I'm told we come from the water to run through the trees. I'm told that all men
brothers, but as different as the seasons. You can pin wings to my shoulders and pretend that I can fly. But if your legs are strong enough for two, I think I'll walk with you a while. Some let the sand slip through their fingers, some throw it to the wind, and some let the mystery linger, and some bring it to an end. And you can pin wings to my shoulders, pretend that I can fly. But if your legs are strong enough for two, I think I'll walk with you a while. I'll understand if you can't see me. I'll understand if you can't stay. But if somehow I should catch your eye, please don't look away. You can pin wings to my shoulders, pretend that I can fly. But if your heart is strong enough for two, I think I'll walk with you a while. I think I'll walk with you a while. I think I'll walk with you a while.
That was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Lyle Lovett. It was mesmerizing, and I'm truly speechless. It was so good. All right, I hope that everyone is enjoying themselves and has had time to bid on the amazing silent auction items online at warchild.ca/rise together. I'm hoping to win the Narcissus outfit. It's pretty amazing. Okay, we've got so much more to look forward to this evening. Performances by the one and only Sting, LP, and Chantal Kravi-Isaac, along with some very special appearances, including a cooking segment with renowned chef Mark McEwen. So that's coming up as well. So coming up now, I'm pleased to welcome a man whose work inspires thousands to follow his voice, his journey, and his advocacy, poet and public speaker Wally Shaw.
I hear gunshots as I crawl behind a boulder. I protect myself, if only I was older. I cry for my mother and wish to hold her. Then I feel a gun pressed against my shoulder. A child soldier. Is there anyone who can save me? I pray to the sky. They'll force me into war and I'll have to comply. Why can't anybody hear me cry? He puts his finger to the trigger. If he pulls it, then I'll die. I froze, even though I wanted to run. My tears dropped down on the barrel of his gun. I feel my consciousness slipping as I stare at the sun. Maybe this was it and I was done. I grew up with war, dodging bullets each day. I grew up with war that took my loved ones away. I grew up with war with nowhere to stay. I grew up with war. We all grow up that way. I grew up that way. I chase a child as he crawls behind a boulder. I knew that I'd catch him because I was older. He cries for his mother and wants to hold her. Then I put my gun against his shoulder. Now I'm that child soldier. I grew up with mines in the ground, bombs in the sky. I grew up with war and learned to comply. He looked me in the eye and started to cry. I put my finger on the trigger. If I pull it, then he'll die. I look at his tattered clothes, at his face in the sun. I see his fears as his tears hit my gun. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's son. That's someone like me that just wanted to run. I grew up with war, dodging bullets each day. I grew up with war that took my loved ones away. I grew up with war with nowhere to stay. I grew up with war. But you won't grow up that way. No child deserves to grow up with war. This world can be dark and scary and knock us down to the floor. So if you've been knocked down by others before, then become the hope for others that knocks at their door. We inflict pain to relieve the pain that's been done. But the suffering ends when we rise together as one. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Rafferty, and I'm thrilled to be with you this evening to rise together for War Child and for the vulnerable children and families they support. This year has been a challenging year for so many. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has me, along with many parents around the world, confronting unprecedented questions about our children's return to school, their safety, and their well-being. These questions, however, are not new for the parents of the children War Child works with in conflict zones around the world. This troubling uncertainty about their children's well-being is a sad fact of everyday life. The pandemic has only amplified these fears. For war-affected children, being able to continue their education is a challenge at the best of times. This is why War Child is doing its best to make sure the pandemic doesn't put an end to those children's ability to learn. When schools closed in the Democratic Republic of Congo, War Child began providing lessons to children through the radio in their homes. In Uganda, it distributed over 18,000 at-home education kits to refugee and displaced children so they could continue their studies from home. The opportunity for children to continue their education, even during COVID-19, is critical and will make a world of difference in their lives both today and tomorrow. Please join me in supporting this important work. Give generously this evening, and you will have an immediate impact on the well-being of children who need us now more than ever. Thank you.
What if your home became a battlefield? What if your childhood was being stolen from you? What if you were losing hope? Who would help you? Right now, tens of thousands of Ethiopians are fleeing their homes. Their backyards, playgrounds, and classrooms are now a war zone. Many are traveling with only the clothes on their back. Mothers, daughters, and children are fleeing for their lives, crossing into neighboring Sudan. This is an urgent humanitarian crisis. War Child can help. War Child is one of the only aid organizations operating in Sudan. We've been there since 2004, during the worst of the Darfur conflict. When the eyes of the world turned elsewhere, War Child stayed. Now, Sudan is facing a new refugee emergency. Ethiopian refugees are arriving in Sudan without access to critical services such as water, hygiene facilities, and education. War Child is ready to help these vulnerable people now, but we need your support. Please, be generous with your donations. Your help today can bring hope to someone else tomorrow.
This evening, we are asking you to please help War Child provide ongoing humanitarian support to the many tens of thousands of Ethiopian refugees who have fled into neighboring Sudan. As one of the few organizations with ongoing operations in Sudan, our team is ready and equipped and has been deployed to the region to be able to provide support to the most vulnerable. We ask you this evening to help make that work possible. Lane, over to you.
Thank you, Sam. You know, War Child's team in Sudan are currently visiting the area where the refugees are arriving. They are there right now, meeting with refugees and with local authorities to assess the situation and identify priority needs based on War Child's areas of expertise. Folks, my friends, I feel you and I appreciate you. Right now, we have arrived at our final live fundraising segment of the evening show. And with this, I am asking you, please get on board. Please make that charitable donation to War Child. And in this segment, I'm going to be looking for new donors to come up on screen. I'm actually going to be looking for what I call double dipper donors. And you are my special peeps because you will have given in segment 1 and now feel so incredibly inspired. Peter Stringham in at $10,000. We are really rolling right now. This thermometer is humming. And you know what? We have a few more minutes together, you and I. I'm looking at you. I can't see you. I feel you. I can feel your love. I can feel your support. We have got to do this. While I was off screen, there were some serious donations that came in. And I need to say thank you to the Gainey Foundation for giving $5,000 tonight, to Deloitte for giving $2,500, Sprackman Terrace LLP, you gave a $2,000 gift tonight, and we love you so much. Sean Fahey and Robin Luce, you came in at a whopping $6,500. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, friends, community out there, this is the year. This is the time. There has never been a more important night and a more important year. David Totten, you are in at $5,000, and we just got an anonymous donation at $5,000, friends. We are sitting at $87,487 right now. We are ready to kiss that $100,000. I have another anonymous donor that came in at $2,500. We are just shy of $90,000. Folks, you know what? This is my personal statement tonight. The greatest gift that we can give each other as humans is our gift of time and our gift of our resources. And now is the time to give. Sony ATV, you just came in at $1,000, and we thank you so much. Friends, we are sitting at $91,137. And we just went up. Ken Rosenberg, you're in at $2,500. I am seeing some fierce giving going on. Amanda Tamani, you're in at $20. Terilyn Thrasher, that $10 gift. Terilyn, I love you. $10 is so meaningful. Another anonymous donor in at $1,000. Who else do we have here? Charlene Cordes, I know that you're coming in at $1,000. And, you know, while I was off screen taking my little break, there you are, Charlene. I knew you were coming up because we just talked. While I was off screen, I was chatting with Sam and I was chatting with the War Child team here tonight. And they said, Lane, failure is not an option. Gary and Donna Slate, babies, you just drove us over the $100,000 mark. I can hear the team cheering. We are taking it down tonight. We are making a difference in our world. We are having a record-breaking night tonight. It's because of all of you. It's because of all of you who are here to support, who are here to make a difference, who came to give tonight. And we love you all. We are at $100,637. And I just want to call out a few more gifts that came in while I was off. We had Maria and Walter Schneider at a $10,000 gift tonight. Thank you. We had another anonymous donor at $5,000. We've got double dipping donors. That's all I'm going to say. We have double dipping donors. Friends, We have just raised $100,000. Peter DeMarchuk at $100. We are at $100,730. There is cheering going on in the room 6 doors down. I can hear them. We have done it. But here's what I'm going to say to you. Never take your foot off the gas. Do not stop. We must keep that number rising, and we must rise together. You know, I can't see you. You know that, but I can feel you. I know that there is so much capacity amongst you, and I can't thank all of you enough for joining us tonight, for being a part of this amazing moment. And Christine Latondras, you just came in at $50. I am just watching this thermometer turn. Everyone who donates tonight will receive an email tax receipt and a letter of thanks from War Child. I want to thank you so much for your generosity. You are heroes. You are sheroes. And you are a community like none other. So I just want to say that the online auction is also bumping, and there's a lot of competition happening there, and I love that. So please keep bidding on that online auction. It's closing on December 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the donation page, the Gainey Foundation came in at $5,000. So I'm verklempt. I am overwhelmed right now. I truly am. And to everyone online with us, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Your support means everything, and we appreciate each and every one of you. My name is Lane the Auctionista, and it's not only been a pleasure, it's been a privilege to be your fundraiser this evening. Thank you all so very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Back over to you, Sangeeta.
Thank you, everyone. Wow, what amazing energy and generosity. Really, thank you so much. Keep those donations coming in all night. It is now my honor to welcome a man that really needs no introduction, a multi-award winning singer, songwriter, actor, and a lifelong humanitarian. He's a legend, the one and only Sting.
Hi, I'm Sting, and I'm here to support War Child and all the incredibly important work they do, and this is my song. If blood will flow, when flesh and steel are one, drying in the color of the evening sun, tomorrow's rain will wash the stains away, but something in our mind will always stay. Perhaps this final act was meant to clinch our lifetime's argument, that nothing come from violence and nothing ever could, for all was born beneath an angry star, lest we forget how fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from the star, like tears from the star. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, how fragile we are. Tears from the star, like tears from the star. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, 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 how fragile we are. fragile we are.
Hi, I'm Patrick Adams.
And I'm Troy Belisario.
In a time when we as a society and as a planet are facing more challenges than ever, we recognize what a privilege it is for us to be able to find comfort in each other and to be able to slow down and take the time and space we need to focus on our daughter during such a special and formative time in her life.
And this time has made it even more clear to us how important it is to come together, not only with each other, but with you, to support and protect vulnerable children who are being affected by war all over the world.
By rallying together here today, now, we can build on the power of community and global collaboration to make sure that no one is left behind.
We're encouraging you to join us and to help War Child support war-affected children and women by donating today.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
It is my pleasure now to introduce you to Canadian celebrity chef Mark McEwen. Mark is a best-selling author, a star of his own Food Network TV show, The Heat. He's a mentor to budding chefs and the head judge on Food Network's hit show, Top Chef. For tonight's recipe, Mark was inspired by the region's war child works and by the spices of those lands. Some of you have received these special spices created by Mark and the McEwen Group as part of your Rise Together Watch Party kits, along with tonight's recipe, which you can find online at warchild.ca/rise together. Without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the one and only Chef Mark McEwen.
Hi, I'm Mark McEwen. I'm very pleased to be here this evening to cook up something good for War Child. The recipes I've chosen today are Middle Eastern. We're going to do a lebna. We're going to be roasting heirloom carrots with a za'atar spice. So let's start with the lebna. This is actually a fun thing to make. Very, very simple. The whole process of this is just adding a little bit of salt to this. So I'm literally going to add just about a little more than half a teaspoon of salt to this. So I'm just going to gather my cheesecloth. I'm going to pop that in the fridge, and that's as difficult as that is. And then we're going to do the za'atar spice. You just add all your spices together. So I have sumac, then I have cumin, coriander seed, toasted sesame seeds, chili flakes, and then salt. And I'm just going to grind them lightly. I actually don't want to grind them down too far because I like the contrast between being able to see the different parts of it. These are heirloom varietal carrots, purple, orange, yellow. They have white carrots. And then I'm going to marinate them with olive oil, our za'atar spice that we just ground in the mortar and pestle, and I'm going to pop them in the oven. I like to add them into the oil, our za'atar spicing. Just going to do a nice generous amount. Okay, now that is going to be ready for the oven. You can see how beautiful they are. Let's start assembling. So the lebna, I have a certain way I like to do it on the plate. It's just to put 2 big dollops down, and really you just take the plate and do a bit of a smear. And then you're going to dot your carrots around. Really present themselves. And that's about the right amount. So I have probably 2 tablespoons of lebna on the plate. The amazing thing about this type of food is it's so healthy. It's good for you. It's low in calories, very, very healthy. There, and that's about all you need. A little bit more of the za'atar spice and drop it over top of the lebna. You get that beautiful contrast. And then the olive oil. Be fairly generous. Now look at the gorgeous contrast you're getting on that plate. Then a little bit of flat parsley. I'm just gonna do a minor chop on it. There you have it. That's such a beautiful plate. This is a dish I would eat every day. It was a real pleasure to be here with you today. Please donate generously to War Child. You can only imagine regions of the world where there is war and children mixed together, how tough it is for these families and these children to survive. So donate generously to War Child.
Thanks, Mark. Makes me hungry. Oh, I can eat right now. Just a reminder that the recipe can be found online at warchild.ca/rise together. Wow, you know what? The night is flying by. So many great entertainers. We still got performances by LP and Chantal Kravi-Isaac. And don't forget about the silent auction. If you haven't made a bid on the silent auction, you can still do it because there's some serious action going on right now, and we want to raise big money. So you don't want to miss out. So head over to warchild.ca/rise together now so you can get your bids in. And now this.
Hello, this is Pakiza Mujadidi. I'm Child Protection Officer in Afghanistan at War Child Canada. I rise together with my War Child colleagues and my community every day for the mobilization of community members to protect children from any kind of child rights violation and enhance their knowledge to protect and respond child and women issues, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's important that we rise together as a global community to help war-affected children, women, communities, because we are committed to improve the life quality of the vulnerable IDP, returning families and children.
This is Esam. I am Program Development Manager in War Child Canada, Afghanistan. I rise together with my War Child colleagues and my community every day to improve quality of life of beneficiaries by community mobilization, awareness raising, and providing quality community-based education.
It is important that we rise together as a global community to help war-affected children, women, families, and communities, because our beneficiaries grow and flourish as they learn new skills, open businesses, and heal from the brutality of war.
It's important that we rise together as a global community to help war-affected children, because every child deserves an education, and education is a gateway to long-term peace. Help War Child support war-affected children and their families by donating today.
Let's rise together to make a difference in vulnerable children's lives, especially during this critical time. Please give generously to War Child by donating now.
Hi, thanks for having me. I was reflecting on 2020 and what a miserable year it has been for a lot of us, myself included. It was a very difficult year for me, primarily because I'm a walker. I'm a city walker. I live in New York City and I love to walk around New York City. People always ask me, they're like, I'm coming to New York City. What should I do? And I always say, should I go see this thing or should I this museum? I'm always like, just walk around the city. I was like, no, just walk around the city. It is the most fun thing you can possibly do in New York. Just walk around. You get to drink in the architecture, the people, you get to look in stores, you just take in the whole thing, and it's just so pleasurable. And this year, around March 15th or so, I couldn't walk around New York City anymore. I had to stay indoors. I had to stay home. And it was so horrible and boring and just so boring. And this whole year, I've been staying home and I've been trapped inside and I've been bored and I've been bored and I've been bored. And I was reflecting on that and I was thinking to myself, you know, there are many people in the world who don't have homes right now and who can't be bored indoors like the rest of us. And we're very lucky that organizations like War Child exist to help those people. And we're all very lucky here to be here tonight. So thank you all for being here.
You know, I am blown away by all the incredible talent that has gathered tonight to rise together for War Child. What an evening it's been so far, and it's not over yet. Our next performer, the incomparable American singer-songwriter LP. As her bio states, hers is the music of emotional emergency, a prayer sung loud into a bottle and cast out to sea.
Is close.
for you. Try to be the sun, try to be your home and the place that you come to. Babe, I took my whole world, I put it in your hands. Really trying hard, but I don't understand. How to be the one that you love. How to be the one that you
Hi there, I'm Rachel McFarlane, a voice actress most commonly known for my role as Haley Smith on the animated sitcom American Dad. I thought it only fitting that I would make this video for you all tonight from my pillow fort closet of a recording studio that I have been using since March when the pandemic hit. It was a very scary time for all of us in the animation industry, especially not knowing when our productions would start up again, if they would be able to start up again. And we are so privileged to work in this industry that was able to pivot so quickly. Within 2 weeks, we were making new episodes. And I have 2 young daughters who are also incredibly lucky to go to a school that transitioned to online learning within days. And looking at my daughters thriving through all of this, of course, makes me think of all the children who aren't, and especially children in war-torn countries. And I am so grateful that organizations like War Child exist to bring communities together to help support these children who cannot help themselves. So thank you, War Child, for all you do.
Hi everyone, my name's Ashley Park, and I'm an actress who you might have seen recently on Netflix in Emily in Paris, but my home and heart is with the Broadway community. This is a community of artists, an entire industry that was shut down due to the pandemic this past year. And I've watched this community not only be resilient, but also collectively realize that as much as we're all struggling, there are others in the world at large who have been struggling for a much longer time and will continue to have much more trying chapters of their life. And to realize that as a community has been very impactful and very important, I think, in our world moving forward. For me, I think, and I am sure you all agree, that the only hope for the future of our world is the children. I have so many friends who are parents now who I look up to so much, and I look up to my own parents so much. And I think that children really are the hope for the future, and them educating them, protecting them, feeding them, housing them, providing them with the resources for them to live, and giving them a brighter future will only provide for the world at large. And I'm just so grateful for organizations like War Child who are making this a priority right now, especially during this time. So thank you so much for your support.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chantal Kreviazik, and welcome to the Rise Together online virtual gala. I am so honored to participate and to be a part of helping children and communities in war-affected regions of our world. When you're on your own and you're at a fork in the road, you don't know which way to go. There's too many signs and arrows. You haven't laughed in a while, and you can't even fake a smile when you feel ashamed. The uniform don't make you brave. Well, all I can do
if you forget your name, and the pleasure can disguise your pain. You don't feel the same. Well, I won't forget the love you've made, and all I can do is love you to pieces and give you a shoulder to cry if you need it. The day is long and the night is coming down on you. All I can do, all I can do, yeah, all I can do. What a lovely day to shape your dreams, and you don't even have to sleep. You can make it what you want to be. You can fly away, change your name, have a happy face, and it could be so real. All I can do is love you to pieces and give you a shoulder to cry if you need it. The day is long and the night is coming down on you. All I can do, all I can do, all I can do, it's all that I can do.
Thank you so much, Chantal. That was just amazing. And thank you for all that you've done as a War Child Global Ambassador over the past 20 years. As we wrap up tonight, I also want to thank all of you for participating in our first ever virtual gala. And I especially want to thank our sponsors and our donors, as well as the incredible talent that helped make tonight possible. We can do our work thanks to all of your support. You've been an amazing part of the War Child family over the years, and especially over the past year. We couldn't do this work without you, and we're grateful for your ongoing contributions. Now I'm going to turn it over to our fantastic host, Sangeeta. Thank you as well for everything you did to make tonight possible and for bringing this whole thing together. And have a good night, everyone. Over to you, Sangeeta.
Thank you, Sam. It's truly been a pleasure being your host this evening. What an incredible night. All the performances and everyone coming together. I know that the funds raised this evening will do so much good for vulnerable children at this critical time, and I feel very proud by what has been accomplished tonight. And don't forget that you can still donate and bid on silent auction items. The silent auction closes at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, December 8th. Thank you for joining us and supporting this great cause. You have been such wonderful supporters tonight. Thank you for your big hearts and especially your big wallets. You are part of a global community of extraordinary people using your powers for good, just like these wonderful people here. Thank you. Have a good night.
The coronavirus affects us all.
Together we can make it through this by washing our hands, staying home, and keeping a safe distance.
Even though we are separated, we can still help each other.
This pandemic is a frightening and destabilizing time for everyone,
but especially for children affected by war.
Children in war zones are often displaced from home, separated from their families, struggling to overcome their experiences.
The pandemic is causing schools to close, shutting off food supplies,
and causing crucial hygiene and mental health services to cease.
War Child is continuing to support these children.
We are providing protection by teaching children and their caretakers how to keep the virus away.
We are providing psychological support by telephone, WhatsApp messages, and by standing at the entrance of their house or tent.
We are continuing to provide education by using mobile phones, tablets,
radio broadcasts, and online classes so children can continue to learn.
We are continuing
to make sure that families are able to provide for their children.
And we're ensuring that children have access to water, soap, and other essentials.
More than anything else, War Child is there for all children, because no child should be left behind.
War Child is on the ground working 24/7 throughout this emergency
to protect the lives of children.
War Child does whatever it takes.
But they cannot do it alone.
They cannot do it alone.
Please join us and donate to War Child today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.